Google has recently changed its cold email policy, making outreach as hard as it's probably ever been. So while some companies are having a terrible time getting caught up in spam filters and getting accounts blocked, others are effortlessly booking meetings using this one simple trick. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you this little known new method for your script writing so that you can book more meetings for your business. This trick involves 5 core fundamentals, but first let me show you by reading this cold email sample so that you can get an idea. Hi John, I came across QI research and I have to say, I really love what you're up to over there. My name is Reese with Handshake. I connect agencies with their most ideal clients. Honestly, it's about scaling handshakes with companies that agencies like QI research already enjoy working with. I'm reaching out to you because we have a couple of clients in mind that could definitely use your help with what they're looking to build in the remainder of 2024. This all depends on what type of projects you're looking to take on. I'd love to share a virtual cup of coffee to chat more. How does Wednesday, 1 p.m. PST work for you? Cheers, Reese, Strategy Director of Handshake IO. Between the years of 2020 and 2022, this cold email template absolutely crushed, but it's truly a perfect example of what will not work when you're sending a cold email template in 2024. Let's talk about how to make this a whole lot better. At the top of every campaign that I've ever run that has a 10% plus positive response rate, there's a whole core of things that are setting it up as the groundwork to getting there. So when a prospect is sitting down at their computer, they get a cold email from you, here's the first 2 things that go through their mind. 1, does this person know me? Beyond that, there's a second question that they're asking themselves somewhat subconsciously, and that's, are you legit? So even if we made a cold email that just answered these 2 things really quickly, you'd still get a decent response rate. Below these levels right here, there's some fundamentals that actually create the stability and the action items to getting this done. It starts with the subject line. The subject line should really be 1 to 3 words. You want to imagine that the director of operations is sending an email to the CEO, and imagine what kind of subject lines get tossed around a lot, like maybe it's yesterday's footage or March traffic results or other things like that, because those are getting 100% open rates. Now it can't be misleading, but just very to the point, salt of the earth, 1 to 3 words, something that just hits. The next important piece of this is probably one of the most important things after they open it, and that needs to be personalized. I recommend using Instantly AI. They have an awesome AI prompting tool that makes this extremely easy, which we'll do later on in this video as long as you stick around. We need to call out some sort of a challenge that they face. This kind of ties into knowing them, like I said. If you know who I am, then you might actually know my challenges, tying back to personalizing, showing them that we know them. The email continues to build. Next, we're going to offer a perspective on a better way. So where they are now to where they could be, and we just so happen to have the solution for that. Now finally, a interest-based, low friction call to action that's very easy to say yes to so they don't have to make time on their schedule or do anything like that. In the rest of this video, we're going to be writing a new email that's also to sort of a tech company or a data company. So for my subject line here, I titled it CDP contract, which if you're not in the industry, it's not going to really sound like anything, meaning that it is operational. It's 1 to 3 words. Next, we need to throw in our personalization. So hi Corey, I heard your episode on ad tech unfiltered about the rising importance of first-party data and marketers needing to deepen their tech stack. Great story. Where I have purple here, that is going to be AI creating that outcome. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is I would have got this data from an Apple podcast preview. I would have my team gather this link to go ahead and put on my CSV sheet. So when I upload it into Instantly, we can play out all the prompts. Call out a challenge that they face. We help Segment to start convos with Instacart and Intuit to contract out their CDPs. The problem for most is competing in this crowded market for the hot button issue of unified data. Again, it's in purple. This would actually get created with the Instantly prompts. Next up here, we want to offer a perspective on a better way. We do this through identifying and creating simple but warm handshakes with pre-vetted contacts. Now, an interest-based, low friction call to action. All we're going to say is opposed if I share how this works. Cheers, Reese. Out of those 85 words, you'll notice that about a third of them are actually written by AI. The other thing that we'll have going for us with this type of template is we'll get a really high response rate based on us knowing something about them, like a podcast they were on or something that they accomplished, which only helps the email itself start doing better and better. Now for the main event, we're gonna do the best part, which is putting all of this to work inside Instantly. Now, one of the first things that you're gonna wanna do is head to the website platform.openai.com. Go ahead and create an API key, and don't forget that you have to refund your credits nowadays, even if you have old API keys. Next, you'll go to your leads list and create all your columns. So for mine, I have first name, last name, email, company, website, podcast link, or whatever my personalized piece of material is that I'm using. Go ahead and put that link in. Head into your campaign section here and add a new campaign. I'm gonna call this one test for video prompt. Continue. We're gonna go ahead and add our leads here and map our columns. Now with the podcast link, just go ahead and make sure that it's a custom variable. That's really important. And go ahead and upload all of these. So you've uploaded them, you're under leads, you go to this little brainiac icon here called AI prompts. There's something really cool called the template hub, but you can also go to my templates and start to recreate how you got your outputs from your email template. So for this first one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that one and then we're gonna go to podcast personalization. So this one is mine. Visit this link, create a concise summary from the podcast that encapsulates the main focus or key achievement of what's being said. The summary should be in the form of a phrase suitable for insertion. So I create all these points here. Feel free to pause the video and check it out if you're interested. So you'll go back here and we'll actually run it for this personalization one here. So we'll take our podcast link here and then we'll create a new output column and I'll just generate a test output here, getting smart about CDPs and first party data. So that's what the thing was about. Boom, we're done with that one. So we'll go back in here to AI prompts. We'll go ahead and do the second one. Luckily, again, I've already created the prompting template. And a little secret for you guys here is that you can actually get my exact prompts within the template hub when you use the link below to sign up for instantly. The next one that we're doing is some sort of an assumption of a struggle. So the problem for most is competing in this crowded market for a hot button issue of unified data. That's what I came up with for some sort of a pain point for this market. We hop back in here, we'll go to an assumption of struggle, we'll go to their website and we'll create a new column, again, generate for all leads. We are generating the AI column. Please come back in a few minutes. And then within a few short minutes later, we're seeing the next assumption of struggle, which is limited differentiation in a crowded market. We'll head back into the sequences here where I've got my copy script from here loaded right into instantly. And then we'll go ahead and we'll preview it and make sure that it all sounds good. Hi, Corey. I heard your episode on Ad Tech Unfiltered about leveraging CDPs and first party data for enhanced customer insights. Great story. We help segment our convos with Instacart and Intuit to contract out their CDPs. The problem for most is limited differentiation in a crowded market. Pretty much the same thing as what I said. Competition in the crowded market, hot button issues, same concept, okay? That's about as simple as straightforward of a way I can explain to creating a world-class email template that's hopefully gonna book you many meetings in 2024 and beyond. Good luck on the other side. See you in the next video.